In this section of the course, we're going to be discussing tasks. What is a task? How we can create a task, and how we can link our tickets to a task. So what is a task? Suppose you were part of the project Clean Up the House, and upon you scoping all the various dynamics of this project, the sweeping, taking out the trash, walking the dog, you realize it would take you a lot more time if you try to accomplish all these tasks yourself. So then it hits you. Wait a minute, I have little freeloaders living here. It would be more effective if you could take this project, which is clean up the house, and assign others duties part of this project to resolve this issue faster. You may assign one child sweeping while you assign the other one to take out the trash. In IT, a task is a way to break down a major duty or project into smaller pieces to resolve issues more effectively. Let's go ahead and take a look at setting up a task. I'm going to select Task at the top of the bar, and I'm going to select Add a new task. For the subject, we're going to call it John McDonald Task 1. Go ahead and correct that. I'm going to click the little search bar here. That way we can find the ticket that's reporting the issue. I'm going to select the due date. Let's go at least 1 day out on our task. Select Set. Going to select In Progress for the status. And for the category, we want to go ahead and call a meeting with John. That way we can see when and where and probably why John is getting locked out. If this was me troubleshooting the issue, I would ask John things like, does this mainly happen when you're at home, or does this happen when you're in the office? What time of day do you normally get locked out? Does it happen when you open Outlook, or when you try to open Outlook locally? If you can recall, the whole reason why John is having issues is with his Office 365 account, not particularly his Windows account. So maybe he has Office 365 in the local client through Microsoft on the desktop, and he's trying to open it through the web browser. So it's kind of good to get the full glimpse of why a user in a particular situation like this may be getting locked out. We're not going to set a reminder, even though we could. And for the description, I'm going to basically describe what we're going to be talking about in this meeting. So this task is to find out why John is getting locked out. We'll update with further details after the meeting. Okay, I'm going to select Submit. And as you can see, now John has a task assigned to the original ticket stating that he can't log in. We see the ticket number, the priority, and also the description. We see the time of this task, and we know that the task is in progress. Now let's go over to back to the ticket. We see here where John says he can no longer log in. We see our previous conversation that we had with him. But let's go ahead and assume that we had our meeting with John, and we found out why he was getting locked out, and we verified that he's no longer getting locked out. We can go over to the task. We can go in, select Edit. Now let's go ahead as before and fill in the required information, just like we stated in our previous course, right? It's all about details. So I'm going to put today's date, the time, let's just say it's 3:30, and my initials. Now let's fill it in. After further investigation, we discovered that John was getting locked out due to a faulty wireless signal. Right? The signal keeps dropping for John, and that's why he can't authenticate. So every time he tries to log in, the system tries to authenticate and he keeps getting locked out. Let's just say something like that. We're going to click save. Now this was our task, to find out why John was getting locked out. And that's what we did. So we're going to click save. You see here. Now we're going to go back to the original ticket. Going to select the ticket, and now we can go back to the resolution, go back to edit, and put basically the same thing that we discovered in the resolution that we put in for the task, because after all, this was the original problem that he was having. We're going to click save, and now we can close the ticket. Okay, it looked like the ticket was closed. Let's go back to our tickets. And we see now that the ticket has been closed and John can successfully log into the system and he's no longer getting locked out. As stated before, in IT, a task is a way to break down a major duty or project into smaller pieces to resolve issues more effectively. I hope you guys enjoyed this course. I will see you again in the next one.